What's going on, everybody? This is Kookie217. So, I've been thinking about doing another What If for a couple of months now, and this What If is a little bit different. This one is going to be, what if Leonardo found himself in the world of Demon Slayer? For this What If, I'm going to be using the 2004 version of Leonardo, and I hope you guys like this What If. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So how does Leonardo get to the world of Demon Slayer? Well, if you go back to the episode where the turtles are fighting Draco and the daimyo's son merged together, instead of Leonardo getting sent to ancient Japan, when the turtles get sent to different places, Leonardo gets sent instead to the world of Demon Slayer. When Leonardo wakes up, he finds himself deep within some snowy woods. He calls out to his brothers and Master Splinter, but no one answers him. He walks around trying to get his bearings, trying to find out where he is. That is, until he hears pleas to stop, screams of desperation. Clearly, someone's in trouble, so he rushes to the source. Upon arrival, he finds Giyu holding Nezuko, with Tanjiro on the ground pleading with Giyu not to harm Nezuko. This is all Leonardo needs to see, and he springs into action. Upon seeing Leonardo's approach, Giyu would be surprised to the point where he drops Nezuko in order to defend himself against Leonardo's attack. Leonardo would tell Tanjiro and Nezuko to run for it, that he will hold off their assailant. But upon looking at Nezuko again, Leonardo would then notice something that he hadn't noticed before. Nezuko has fangs, and she was snarling. This would surprise Leonardo, but Giyu would turn his blade over to him. I wasn't expecting another demon to be in these woods. No matter. I'll deal with you, then that thing over there. Before Leonardo could tell Giyu that he isn't a demon, Giyu attacks. Leonardo finds himself defending against speeds and techniques that he has never seen before, such as water breathing, fourth form, striking tide. Seizing the opportunity, Tanjiro takes Nezuko and makes a break for it, leaving Leonardo and Giyu to battle it out. As Leonardo and Giyu continue their duel, Giyu notices how skilled Leonardo is, and Leonardo begins to understand how Giyu behaves in battle. Then, Tanjiro's scream is heard, causing Giyu to look in the direction that it came from. Damn it! I was so focused on this Kame demon that I forgot about the boy and his demon sister. I'll have to deal with this one later. The scream also gives pause to Leonardo. He remembered seeing fangs upon the girl and how the swordsman had her in his grasp. Did he prevent him from saving a life? If so, Leonardo couldn't live with himself. As Giyu runs off, Leonardo follows, determined to possibly correct his mistake. Upon arrival, Nezuko is atop of Tanjiro, with him trying to fend her off. Giyu would act immediately, moving to behead Nezuko. At this, Tanjiro pushes Nezuko away in time for her to avoid the fatal slash. Upon recovery, Tanjiro attacks Giyu as normal. This angers Giyu, and as normal, Giyu would strike Tanjiro with the hilt of his sword, knocking him out. At this, Nezuko instantly moves to protect Tanjiro, surprising both Giyu and Leonardo. Leonardo would discern that Nezuko is trying to protect Tanjiro, however he still doesn't fully understand the situation, only that the swordsman was trying to kill her. Having both Nezuko and Leonardo there puts Giyu on notice. Before Leonardo could once again try to defuse the situation, Nezuko attacks Giyu and as normal, sensing that Nezuko is different from other demons, knocks her out as well. After this, Giyu turns his attention back to Leonardo. Now to deal with you, he says, turning his blade toward Leonardo. Drawing his katanas once more, Leonardo once again tells Giyu that he isn't a demon, but the Hashira doesn't listen. As they begin their second duel, Leonardo looks for openings in the Hashira's technique. However, he is still having difficulty with Gyu's speed, struggling to adapt to this unknown style of swordsmanship. Gyu was looking to kill, whereas Leonardo was looking to disarm. "Stop and listen. I'm not a demon," Leonardo says as they fight. "I don't talk to demons," Gyu simply responds as he performs the seventh form of water breathing, a technique Leonardo is barely able to dodge. When Gyu performs the third form, flowing dance, he winds up behind Leonardo. With a clear opening, Gyu dashes forward for the kill. Leonardo then performs a technique of his own, the invisible flying dragon, a technique where he flips behind his opponent, then takes advantage of the opening while his opponent is surprised. Quickly seizing the opportunity, Leonardo slashes at Gyu's neck the moment he lands behind the surprised Hashira, but stops at the last second. "Yield," Leonardo says, touching Gyu's shoulder with his blade. Gyu couldn't believe what had just occurred, but he simply wouldn't surrender to a demon like this one. Also, was he offering to spare his life? It made no sense. "I don't surrender to demons," he sneers. "I'm not a demon, I told you. I am Leonardo Splinter-san. Now, sheathe your sword and yield." Gyu would seethe mentally, but seeing no way out, he would reluctantly surrender to Leonardo. Seeing this, Leonardo also sheaves his katanas as Gyu turns to look at him. Now that the fight is over, Gyu cannot sense any demonic energy emanating from Leonardo. "Perhaps what you say is true. I cannot sense any demonic energy from you. Or are you using a blood demon art to conceal your presence?" Leonardo would look at him confused. "What's a blood demon art?" Gyu leers at him skeptically. "Where did you come from?" Leonardo sighs as he prepares to explain his story. "That's the thing. I was in my home in New York when my family and I were attacked by someone known as Draco. He had merged with the son of a daimyo from another dimension and attacked us. One moment we were fighting him, the next moment I woke up here." "That is a strange tale, as are you. If you're not a demon, then what are you?" Leonardo frowns, knowing this question would eventually be asked. "I'm a turtle. I know it's hard to believe, but it's the truth. My story is a complicated one." Leonardo turns his attention to the unconscious Tanjiro and Nezuko, then back to Gyu with a stern expression. "Why were you trying to kill these two?" Leonardo asks the Hashira. Gyu scoffs at him as if the question was a silly one. "Because it's my duty to destroy demons, like that girl down there. Although the way she protected her brother was unexpected." "How was that unexpected?" As Gyu tells Leonardo everything, Tanjiro dreams of his dead family. His mother leans down with a sad expression, watched by his siblings. "We have to leave you behind, Tanjiro. I'm so sorry," his mother says. "But you will not be alone. You will have a guardian to protect you. Take care of Nezuko." With that, Tanjiro awakens, clutching Nezuko's kimono. He also notices that Nezuko has a bamboo muzzle within her mouth. "You're awake," Gyu states. Tanjiro instinctively holds Nezuko even more protectively now that he sees Leonardo standing next to Gyu. "What is that next to you? Another demon?" Tanjiro asks. Leonardo introduces himself. "I'm no demon. My name is Leonardo Splinter-san." Gyu looks towards Tanjiro. "Head to Mount Sagiri as soon as possible. There you'll find a man named Sakonji Orokodaki. When you meet him, tell him Gyu Tomioka sent you. Leonardo here has agreed to protect you on your way there. It's cloudy, so for now your sister is all right, but never let her be exposed to sunlight." Without another word, Gyu vanishes, leaving Leonardo alone with Tanjiro and Nezuko. "Gyu told me everything while you were unconscious. about demons and about this era. Tanjiro simply nods, still grasping the fact that a humanoid turtle is talking to him. He then remembers his mother's words, that a guardian would protect him. Was Leonardo of whom she spoke of? I'm Tanjiro Kamado. This is my sister Nezuko. A pleasure to meet you, Leonardo. Likewise, Tanjiro. I'll protect you for as long as I'm here. Thank you. Before we go, I have to pay my final respects to my family. Hearing about his family, Leonardo couldn't help but think about his own. Mikey, Raph, Donnie, Master Splinter, how were they doing? Were they also here in this world, in separate locations? Or were they elsewhere? He didn't know. But what he did know was that he had to find his way back to them, to reunite with them. Upon watching Tanjiro bury his family, Leonardo consoles the boy. I'm sorry about your family, Tanjiro. Thank you. I'll find the one that did this, make them pay, and turn Nezuko back into a human. Tanjiro turns to him. Leonardo, your scent tells me you're fighting for your family as well, that you're searching for them. This surprises Leonardo. How could this boy figure out that detail just by his scent? How did you... I've always had a good sense of smell, Tanjiro says with a smile, which quickly vanishes upon the thought of his family. He takes Nezuko's hand and begins walking. We have to go. Leonardo follows the Kamado siblings into the snowy woods, determined to protect them at all costs. And that's where I'm going to leave things for now. If you enjoyed this particular What If, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone.